Let's talk about monitoring for multiple models. Let's say that you're trying to predict each user's revenue for next week. So you've collected a variety of data in BigQuery, and they fall into two categories: user profile attributes and recent in-app behavior. But instead of feeding all of these features into a single model, you discover that your estimates are better if you have two separate models, each using a different subset of the data. One model uses a more stable, long-term approach to information, like the user's region, how long they've had their account, what kind of device they use, what kind of segment they fall into. The other model looks at short-term behavioral data, how many purchases they've made, the average size of those purchases, how often they've logged in recently, how active they've been in the last week. Both models are trained to predict the same thing, next week's revenue, but they approach it from different angles. So now you deploy both to production, and rather than setting up two separate endpoints and two monitoring pipelines, you want to deploy both models to the same Vertex AI endpoint and manage them together. In this scenario, your app sending the prediction requests would specify in the prediction request which model to use to make the prediction. Now, how do you set up a model monitoring job in this scenario? Well, you can use a monitoring configuration file. You can provide a YAML or JSON file when you create the monitoring job using the monitoring config from file flag in the G-Cloud command line interface. That file tells Vertex AI which model used which features. So when it compares live production data to the training data in BigQuery, it knows exactly what to look for. On the left here, you can see model A tied to profile data like device type and region. On the right, model B is linked to recent activity and purchase behavior. So the monitoring system tracks each one separately, even though they're deployed together. What this setup allows you to do is keep your infrastructure simple. One data set, one endpoint, one monitoring job, while still accounting for the fact that your models are specialized and they rely on different signals. So it's a more straightforward way to reduce management overhead while still maintaining visibility into how each model is behaving in production with a monitoring job. So this is the kind of concept that could show up on the exam.